Good afternoon, friends. Welcome to Sunday. It's been a good day so far. It's about 5 p.m. at this point, so I've already had a little bit of a day, kind of. Got a good night of sleep. That was fantastic. So like I said yesterday, I just needed to make some adjustments, and my sleep has been significantly better, and I am very appreciative of that. I already drank my first cup of coffee, but I'm currently heating up my second cup as we speak, so we'll go ahead and share a sip when the time comes. But today, I started writing in a different way, so I have 3 writing jobs lined up. Technically a 4th, but I've been a little too intimidated to start on it, so I'm just focusing on these 3 right now. And, I didn't just get them all at the same time. I've been, in talks with my clients for a little bit about the projects, and we just finalized those today. So, what did I do? I decided to start all 3 at the same time. Yep, you heard me. And it's kind of fun, actually. So what I'm doing is I'm writing 1 sentence per story, and I'm just kind of alternating between them. Is it efficient? Absolutely not. Is it fun? Very much so. I don't know why, but it's kind of fun for my brain to go between them and have to be like, okay, what do I want this sentence to be? Then I go to another one and it's like, okay, what is this? What should this sentence be? And just kind of do that, I guess. We'll see how they turn out. I'm pretty confident in the sentences I write and stuff, and I'm sure I'll be able to produce a fine story because my brain is good at alternating between stuff like that for some reason. So, yeah. I found my own brain-friendly way of writing multiple projects at once, and I doubt it'll be a long-term solution or anything like that, but I'm enjoying it for the time being. I'll probably switch to focusing on one when I feel the need, but for today, I'm just going to flip-flop back and forth, not worry too much about word count, and just see where this writing method goes. Alright, coffee has been made, so let us go ahead and share our first sip of the day together. Not bad. Usually the second and third cups aren't that great. I say third, I didn't actually have a third yesterday because I was drinking it so late, and I'm like, you know what, I want to sleep tonight, so I'm just gonna have 2, but it's actually pretty good for the second cup. I like it. It is about the end of the day now, and it was a pretty good day, honestly. I got a fair amount of writing done, though that whole method I mentioned earlier is definitely not a good long-term solution. I think I will need to focus on 1 story at a time, but it does feel like a good warm-up because it gets me in the mood for writing, so maybe I should start off alternating between them, write 5 sentences for each story, and then focus on the one I need to focus on most, essentially. I think that'll be a good thing to do moving forward. Aside from that though, I started playing Persona 1 again, and it just started doing a bunch of grinding, and as it turns out, that game is actually very fun if you just take your time, because I feel like that game is not meant to be played quickly. Every time I've tried to play it quickly, it gets on my nerves. It might just be a me thing, but if I try playing quickly, it feels like RNG will do anything it can to just irritate me. It doesn't help that the encounter rate is very big, I guess. That's the best way to describe it, I suppose. You'll encounter enemies very quickly if you're trying to play fast, so I think taking your time, spending time in battle, instead of just trying to rush through everything, is kind of the key to playing that game. And it's the key to playing a lot of games, really. I feel like we have a tendency to rush games with the intent of beating one and then moving on to the next, instead of just appreciating the game for what it is, essentially. And that's a practice I try to put into practice more. I am very redundant sometimes, and I will not apologize because it's just part of who I am. But learning to not rush things is an important lesson that I think we appreciate the older we get, because, life is short, but at the same time, if you're rushing through everything, then what are you gonna do when you're out of stuff to do? You know what I mean? So yeah, playing Persona 1 slowly did wonders for me because I was just enjoying the process. I'm probably about to play more now, to be honest. Just probably play until Kayla gets home, really. And then after that, I actually watched the Super Mario Galaxy movie. I finally logged into Peacock on my PS4 and decided I would boot it up. My mom was watching it, and so I'm like, you know what? I've been wanting to watch it myself, and it was a fun movie. Like, I don't really play Mario these days. I probably should, just for like the sake of my childhood self. Because as a kid, I was obsessed with all things Mario and Zelda. Because, I mean, that's what I grew up with. And also, the South Park game for the Nintendo 64, and Tony Hawk, and Mortal Kombat, funny enough. Games I played when I was 5, but, you know, whatever. I grew up just fine, I think. But, yeah, Mario and Zelda were a big part of my life as a kid. And watching the Mario movies, like, kind of brought back that childlike joy. And I love the setup they're doing with, like, including characters from other Nintendo franchises, because I think I heard they're like building up to a Super Smash Brothers movie, so like I have a feeling we'll probably see a Star Fox movie next. We might see a Pikmin movie at some point. But I would personally love if they did the Mother trilogy. I don't think they would. I think Nintendo are cowards and they never will because the Mother trilogy definitely goes deeper than a lot of like the standard Nintendo IP, I guess. Especially like Mother 3. I doubt they would ever want to make a movie out of that because it's like they probably want to focus on the more kid-friendly stuff, really. But I mean, Mother 3 would be a fine kids movie, I feel like, but I feel like Nintendo's also too cowardly to actually put something like that out into the world. They'd probably get a lot of backlash from parents, I'd imagine, if they put a Mother 3 movie out, but I feel like stories about grief and loss and like stories that make you cry are very important for children because it helps with their emotional intelligence, and I feel like that's something we need to be encouraging more instead of sanitizing children's media. Because like, think back to my generation and the generation before, like all the stuff we grew up with. We grew up with plenty of stories that were like heart-wrenching, and it's important to have those stories because it teaches us, you know, about loss. It teaches us how to handle sadness and things like that, and those are very important lessons to learn as children. And yeah, Mother 3 would probably traumatize a child for a little bit, I think, but I think the emotions Mother 3 would make a child feel are very important for just learning how to go through life, basically. I would love that. I would love to see them actually do something with the Mother trilogy. And I mean, I know that's not really on them. I think that's Shigesato Itoi's whole thing, because I don't think Nintendo fully owns the rights to the Mother trilogy, but I would love that. If Nintendo made a movie about any of their IP, I would absolutely watch an animated series for the Mother trilogy. It would be really good. It would probably be very heart-wrenching, very funny. It would be the whole package, really. And if we got like a Mother 1 movie, just imagine what they could do with the story. There's so much potential in Mother 1, as you can see in like Mother Encore and such, that a movie would be fantastic in terms of exploring that world and those characters and the concept. And that's why I think they'd have to do the whole trilogy if they made a movie, because they're all interconnected, sort of. But I feel like it would just be nice. That's like my dream, I suppose. I don't think they will ever do it, but it would be cool, and it's cool to imagine if it's something they chose to do. Anyway, I've rambled on long enough. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up the vlog for today. Thank you all so much for watching. You are all wonderful people, and as always, I will see you again tomorrow.